is coming, brothers and sisters. It finds us all in the end, no matter how we hide. In its jaws is an end or a beginning, and we will never know which till that last black bite. Should we lay down for it then? Bare our throats to its teeth, or fight with every sinew in our bodies to hold it away, knowing always that our strength must fail, and the wolf will take us. I know only this. Each day is a gift from the dead to the living. Each smile bought by another's tears. And when the wolf runs free, all we will have are those we fought to keep. So I will keep you, my people. I will fight the wolf for every inch of this land, till the hour he claims me. I will buy you your days of love and laughter. Use them well. These new visions of Odin trouble me. Am I alone in seeing them? Or do the tales of Svartalfheim hold some other meaning? Perhaps I should warm my bones by the fire. Gather my thoughts for a moment.
Ava! Child of Varin? Ava Wolfkist, is that you?
Do I know you?
You were too young to remember me, but I stayed with your household many years ago. This is for you.
The Meadhorn of Sutunga. How is this possible? Can you conjure things from dreams?
Yes, it's only a model. I fashioned it from a story told to me by your father, but since he's dead, I offer it to you.
It is exactly like I saw it in my head, as Varin described it to me. Have you made other things from stories?
Only if the storyteller is very good. Your father was. He would have made a good skald.
Could you do it from dreams or visions? Bring something into this world from another?
Not all dreamers speak, and fewer yet speak clearly. Seers talk too much and cloud your vision with...
What's this about bringing things into this world from another?
More like imagining it into our world. When I have the image, its design speaks to me in a language I do not know, and yet understand.
This is Sutungar's Meadhorn, Valka, from Jotunheim. Varin described it to him.
I do not like this business of trafficking in visions. But if it revives good memories of your father, there may be value in it. I will bring you a potion that will let Eivor dream and speak clearly. If you take advantage, your death will be painful.
Nah, you need not go to so much trouble. You could give me the recipe.
I will bring you a potion. Do not dig too deeply. We do not know the true cost of this.
There will be no cost to the gods. You heard him. He does not take things from their realms. He imagines them, then crafts them.
Not the cost to the gods. To you.
I will get the workshop ready. Come by when you want to get started.
Tove, how have you been?
The fire made me think of the myths and legends Sven loved.
Would you indulge me with a tale? I would be glad to hear of Svartalfheim.
I would not tell it half as well, but his favorite was a fable, to remind us to find meaning in our deeds and not in how others think of us. Svartalfheim was not short of legendary dwarven blacksmiths. Everyone has heard of Ivaldi, of Brucker and Sindri. But this tale is of a stonemason. He lived as far south as he could, where Gulnamar meets Vangrid. His workshop sat upon the shoreline. Obsessed with glory, his love of masonry had all but died. He scoured the shore, seeking precious stones washed up from other realms. Then he saw it. Something beautiful, glittering, shimmering across the water, upon an island he had never dared travel to. He hastily built a boat, working long into the night. He set sail and found many rocks that sparkled and dazzled upon the island. He cried out in joy. To craft anything from such stones, he would be remembered for all time. Then he felt a sudden sting on his foot. Then another, and another. His eyes adjusted to the dark. So consumed was he by his desire for renown, he failed to realize he had walked into a nest of snakes, until it was already too late. And so, clutching the stone that sealed his fate, there he died. Remembered, yes, but only for his folly.
A fine tale, Toby, and well told. Sven would be proud. Are you and Bridget well?
Of course. The flames soothe my mind, as do the tales told here.
You have one to share, Gunnar. A legend of Svartalfheim.
Aye, a story of a king who could not see the wood for the trees. Reidmar, greatest of dwarven kings. Within his palace in Gulnamar, he wanted for nothing except an heir. Reidmar and his wife had grown old. Perhaps too old. Late one night, consumed with worry, Reidmar walked in the shadow of his vast mountaintop palace, tears in his eyes. "A great king! What ails you?" a voice said. Afraid, Reidmar saw no one. "Who goes there?" he replied. Then he saw who addressed him. A vast and ancient tree, perhaps almost as old as Ymir himself. Reidmar sat upon its roots and told the tree he feared he was too old to give his subjects the legacy they deserved. The tree was so moved, it wept and offered its tears to Reidmar. "Drink, great king," it said, "and your woes shall be washed away." Reidmar observed the grass, the meadows, the leaves of the tree. His subjects' happiness could be seen in how they cared for the land. His legacy was all around him. Reidmar felt at ease, realizing he had everything he needed, and asked, that the land received the tree's gift instead. The tree's happy tears flowed evermore, enriching the land. 9 moons passed, and a baby's cry rang through Reidmar's palace. Long would dwarves place gifts in the weeping tree's roots, in memory of Reidmar and his kindness that shaped all he touched.
All things happen when they should, old friend.
I hope so.
Eivor! Whatever is the matter? Have you been spending too much time drinking Valga's special sauces again?
I am troubled by visions of Odin and of Svartalfheim. They flood my mind without warning, without invitation.
Aha! Which is how Thor flooded Svartalfheim. Thor, fast to act, but not so fast to think, would stomp and thump and fight and bump everywhere he and Mjolnir should go. One day, he fought a giant in Jotunheim with such ferocity that Thor's killing blow was felt through all 9 realms. The ground shook, mountains rose up, hills tore apart, creating canyons, and north of Svaladal, the massive lake that housed the springs of Yggdrasil split open, flooding all of Svartalfheim. The dwarf king, Hreidmar, acted swiftly. He built 3 mighty dams, preventing further damage to his realm, working alongside his beloved subjects. So surprised was one builder to see the great king working as an equal that he slipped, tumbling into the raging waters below. Without hesitation, Hreidmar leapt, once from his horse and again from the center of the dam's lip, diving into the frightful torrent. Before the builder could even cry for help, Hreidmar was pulling him onto dry land. And so 2 giant statues were built to honor the king, one for each leap of unthinking bravery, and stood until the end of days.
Until Ragnarok.
Aye! So you see, actions ripple outward, like a stone falling into a lake. Or like Thor crushing a Jotun skull with Mjolnir.
Affecting everything, whether foretold or unknown.
I fear my tale has only worsened your concerns.
No, a good story is a lark that feeds a mind's flame. Thank you, friend.
I hear you seek tales of Svartalfheim. You are not alone in your glimpses of the Aesir.
You have seen them too.
No. Only the power the visions hold, and their effect on those once held dear.
You speak of Sigurd.
Do you want my tale or not? There was a dwarven miner who cared only for his work. Mining was all he knew, all he wanted to know, and all he would ever know. One day, he heard a strange noise. All his long life, working in the northern mines of Vangring, he had never known a boulder to squeak. He ignored it at first, but as the hours passed, the squeaking continued relentlessly. When the miner could take no more, he split the boulder apart with his pick, and then he saw a squirrel. Until now, pinned by the boulder, afraid and tired, the freed squirrel climbed into the miner's long beard and slept for 3 days. When the dwarf awoke the next day, he found fruit and nuts waiting for him. A gift from the squirrel, the first the miner had ever received. Finally, the miner had a friend. The squirrel led the dwarf to a stone hill within a lake. There, the dwarf would fish for supper, while the squirrel played in the trees. One night, watching his fishing line, the dwarf drifted off to sleep, smiling, enjoying the happy squeaks of his friend above. When the sun rose, its light did not find the dwarf, for he had turned to stone, his short-lived bliss captured evermore.
And the squirrel?
It never left his side, hoping his friend would awaken, just as the miner had waited for the squirrel to do the same.
Sigurd. He's not lost to us. In every great story, there's truth to be found. I wonder what could be found in Svartalfheim, the place they spoke of.
Eivor! You'll be safe in my care. Valka has promised that any harm you suffer will be visited upon me tenfold.
She is protective of her people, but I must exact a promise from you. You must not speak of this to anyone, whatever happens.
I swear upon my life, I will not speak of this to any but you.
are near, dear Raven. My memory is sharp, my aim unmuddled. Down there in Niflheim, things are less clear. You know I cannot take you. I can barely get myself through the warding wall, and only then by abandoning my trusted weapons. Do not sulk. I will not risk you. For who then would remind me of my purpose? Yes, Balder, my son. The light of the world, locked away in Hell's dark castle. He was taken too soon, stolen from us. I shall not rest till I have denied destiny and brought Balder back from the dead. You're right, Moonin. If it is to be done, best it were done quickly. It is time to go to Hell. Niflheim's riches are doubly defended. I must kill the guards before disarming the shield. this life or death. No going back now.
Stop right there.
Stay sharp.
mind that the rules of death are different here. Try to grip the beam. Shrines are known to be places of healing. The air appears to shimmer here, much in the way it does when the Jotun weave their illusions. I shall make better use of this than Hell's officer would. Discovered, and the roots would rate my reward.
Fucking arrow in a coward's sack!
take a toll. Throw the dog off stride. I'm cut! Algae scum!
Something going on?
That skulking figure has the demeanor. My patience has been rewarded.
The King of Thieves welcomes all who wish to bargain fairly and freely.
Can I expect fair treatment from one holding so dubious a title?
I was once a common thief, fighting over scraps, picking corpses clean of all that could be bartered or sold. But now, as their sovereign, the rogues of Niflheim trust me with their traffic, and you may do the same.
I may offer trade, but my trust is not easily earned.
Fine by me. I'm not looking to make friends, only deals. Are you interested?
Show me your stock.
You're welcome. Now you bleed! Your pain, my pleasure. Why go to some other shop when my shop will come to you?
You carry your whole shop with you. That is quite a feat.
Anything can be negotiated if you have the means, even this difficult land. Would you like to see what I have?
Let us get down to business then.
Lest I make a monument of your bones.
I granted you this realm, child, but I will unmake it if you deny me Baldur.
You gave me a barren world, filled with the dishonored and other undesirables. I gave them purpose.
What purpose? An afterlife of constant death?
No. A new kind of life. One free from the fear of death. All who serve me shall have their rebirth. Oh.